The careful being observes how much the expression, doing for myself, is manipulated, how curious, strange, and confusing its use is, and how many artifices are introduced into this simple expression, to direct and dissipate the being's energies. The careful being perceives the hidden artifices in how dependencies are organized, and notices how much intelligence is used with cunning, to justify the being in its path, in the identifications and in the justifications of those who approach it. Since it is said that life is centered on choices, the being accepts this concept, without questioning it, and becomes a servant of this concept and of life itself. There are many possibilities for what to do with the mustard seed on the table. However, anything that appears to be the being's choice is nothing more than an action determined by what is already written, and in this way, the being will do nothing different. The book helps the being escape these illusions and take possession of the game, that is, it supports the being in the work of becoming the master of itself and of the game. Morning, afternoon, night, day, seasons, year, and time are well-crafted conceptual configurations, interpreted unconsciously, and superimposed to receive the being. The texts that support these illusions are countless, and cleverly sustain the separation of the being from the text and the author. These texts prevent the transformation of the prisoner, the energy provider, into an occasional inhabitant, imposing without accepting impositions. But doing for myself has its own rules, and it is not the occasions that shape the being, but rather the being that shapes the occasions. The much-proclaimed intelligent romanticism vanishes along with the clouds that obscure the sun. The fear, cold, and shame that the being might feel when stripping itself bare are immediately overcome by the divine vision of understanding its own being. The mage who recognizes all powers within himself, and knows that he will never use them, takes possession of his consciousness and his life, and withdraws from the stories, even while remaining within them.